Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Laura, Marie, and I'm Lafayette. Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully it will be a wonderful day of football and food. Because football comes first, then food. Because, well, football comes on first before you eat. So,
Says who? Maybe I start at 10 a.m.
eating or preparing?
Eating.
What are you eating at 10 a.m.?
Pumpkin pie. Always a great breakfast.
So you're going backwards?
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying. You don't know
going
what
backwards.
time I start.
Going backwards is not a bad idea, though. It's like, eat dessert and save some room for dinner. So there you go. Not a bad. What's everybody's favorite meal or part of Thanksgiving? Their favorite dish?
The alcohol. Oh, I mean, stuffing with gravy.
Okay, I think the first one is what you truly meant. So stuffing with gravy. Carlos?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. So gravy so far on the board twice. Laura?
Stuffing. It's the only time of year that you really have it. It's
With gravy or no?
no
Sans
just-
gravy. Oh, just
gravy.
regular
My grandma's stuffing, which I did not make this year, which I'm already regretting.
What's the difference between your grandma's stuffing and store-bought stuffing?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It
You just
is. It just tastes different.
But it's the same thing, really, necessary. I mean, pretty
it's
much.
cubes.
It
of-
tastes like memories.
Yeah,
of old
probably.
grandma.
I think honestly, it's a very simple recipe. I think it's the sage. She used a lot of sage in it,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think that's what gives it a distinctive flavor.
Got it. Same here. Stuffing. Stuffing's still, like you said, you only eat it once a year. So stuffing.
I can
once-
eat
Maybe
a whole
twice.
plate of stuffing.
I can eat a whole bowl of stuffing, not a plate. A bowl. I can eat. That's all. You know what? Just give me that. Forget the turkey. Forget everything. I'll just eat the stuffing. That's it. Just give me the. And with gravy, it's like a bonus.
Honorable mention to
Honorable
turkey
mention.
with
Mhm,
cranberry
mhm.
sauce.
Oh, somebody mentioned cranberry. Son
I
of a
love cranberry
gun.
sauce. I
Oh,
love it.
Just the worst.
I don't get it.
Still
Pop that
good.
can and just.
I mean, it's best when you make it yourself, but I won't turn down a can. Not the jelly kind that's like, that's
Sliced.
just, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the
Yeah,
juice.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to have some berries in there.
Oh, sweeter the berry, blacker the berry,
Juice?
and then something. I
Sure.
said it backwards. It's
Sweeter the berry,
it's,
the back,
it's
blacker.
sweeter the berry.
Wait,
the blacker
oh
The
the
blacker the
fucked
berry,
it
the
up.
sweeter the juice.
Wow, Laura's stupid.
What's
Yeah.
your excuse, Lafayette?
I was
know
trying to get
mine.
you.
What's
I was trying to
yours?
get you.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You failed the test. This whole thing's been a test since day one, and now we got you. I already got Carlos 75 episodes ago. He's stupid already.
What's the question?
Nah. Oh, don't worry. You're stupid too. Yeah.
The question was, what's the First Amendment?
The whole thing about the podcast
Still don't
is,
remember.
is to go undefeated, and so far I'm winning.
Wait, what is the question? Tell me.
There was no question.
Oh,
Pay attention.
You had to be there. Yeah, let's
Oh.
just, yeah.
The
Okay.
question was, who likes cranberry for Thanksgiving?
Laura.
Oh, see, we're listening. Well, C minus. At least a passing grade. At least a passing
I
grade.
got one. That's 100%. 1 out of 1.
I'm adding all your scores up so far since you've been on the show.
You don't even know how to do math. Like 1 out of 1 is
Nice.
100%, bro.
Nice try, C minus.
Yeah, but also participation is also part of it as well. And you
And
missed
I
out
showed
on
up
that
today.
part.
I showed up. I got my 15 points in theory today, and I got my 15 points for showing up here.
Go, 30 points a day.
30. Good job. Good. So do you go back to school and be like, I showed up to Nurse Talking, I get 15 points? Like, how does that
I
work?
wish that's extra credit.
Yeah, go to communications class and turn in a demo reel of Nurse Talking to show them like what you've done so far on the show. There you go.
I wonder if you could do that.
You can't do that. No.
Oh.
can't
You
do
don't know that. When was the last time you went to school?
That's
Oh,
true.
wow,
You don't
good
know that.
question.
Yeah.
Last time I was in school.
C minus D.
Hmm.
Ooh, failing.
Man, that's a good question.
God, it was so long ago he can't even
Youth-
remember.
Maybe 2002?
Fuck, I wasn't still in high school.
Mm-hmm. You were in high school then. Okay.
I
Well,
think
sorta.
2011 was my
Okay.
last stint.
Okay.
And you said you got your bachelor's degree?
hmm
Okay. Okay.
I got it late in life, if you're doing the math.
Girl, me too. It took me 6 years to get out of school.
Yeah.
And I graduated in
Like to
2013.
get out as an escape?
No,
Oh.
to get your bachelor's.
Oh, okay.
That's what
good.
it was the running joke. A lot of people go to school for for 6 years. Yeah, they're called doctors.
It is true though. Yeah.
That's what we used to say all the time, me and my friends about me.
I think
No, I
the
started
av-
going to school in
that-
2008 when there wasn't enough classes, like the whole financial fall or boom or whatever it is. Like they didn't have enough money to make more classes, so it got less priority. That's why it took me as long.
Well, mine was just I didn't know what my major was and just bounced around about 30,000 times.
Yeah, I
So
mean, that's pretty typical for a bachelor's degree.
Look, once they get rid of the education Department of Education, they want to pass out 2-year bachelors, they said. So there you go.
I mean, it is everyone kind of has one at this point.
it is. It's a racket. Truly, it's just gatekeeping to middle class
100%.
America.
Oh my
and
God,
it's
100%.
ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I loved my college experience. My second time around, I studied very hard. I made a dedication to it, and I learned a shit ton of things, and I'm happy for that experience. However, the costs nowadays and how it's ramped up, but yet it's considered table stakes. It's just gatekeeping, is all.
What
it
is
is.
what is the table stake?
Table stakes meaning it's just if you want a pretty decent job, you need a bachelor's. So
Well,
you're
yes,
all
yeah.
expected to get it, and
True.
they keep
True.
bringing the cost up. It's ridiculous.
Well, you know what
Go ahead.
I don't.
Go ahead,
The
Marie.
one
Go ahead.
thing about going later in life was that
Mhm.
I was so poor that I got grants. So because I was
Me too.
yeah. So it was kind of nice. You go later in life, you get grants.
I
'cause you're not
made
under
money.
Your parents, whatever.
I was over 25, so I was outside of their little umbrella, and I was so poor that basically I was paid to go to school.
Yep, me too. And that's nice. I can't imagine having student debt for something that you're not even doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the problem really, we talked about this before on the show, is that you take unnecessary courses for your degree that do not necessarily.
But they make you a more well-rounded.
Do they
human.
though?
Yes,
do you,
they do.
The thing is, do you need it in the end? Are you gonna take that?
No, you
with
don't
It
need
helps
any
with
of
your
it.
critical thinking.
Yeah,
You
and
do
truly,
need-
you
yes, you
don't
do.
need any of it because when you get hired at a job, they're going to teach you what you need to know to do your job.
Exactly.
So all of it is unnecessary in that form, and it's all just like I said, to make a well-rounded and critical thinking.
I just
person.
think if you need 4 years to get a degree in, I don't know, pick something.
6 years. 6 years.
business.
Business degree. You should get that done in 2 years. If anything, 2.5 is where they can throw in like 6 courses
Well,
of
technically,
whatever nonsense for you to.
Technically, the
grab
first 2 years
onto.
you're doing your undergrad, and the second 2 years you're doing your
Yes, I
actual
understand,
major.
but those are a
So,
waste.
anyway.
It's a waste. It's
Okay.
the first 2 years are a waste. The
you-
first
we're-
year.
and I'm
We're
sure we-
headed. Go ahead.
Do we, Lafayette? Do you have your bachelor's?
No.
That's why you think it's
No. I don't think it's. I didn't go to. I went to. I went to school for water engineering. All you need is a certificate. You didn't need a bachelor's. Then as a water engineer, there you
We've
go.
I don't
definitely
know.
had this
I
conversation.
go to
I've been
Yeah.
flashing back.
I go to school with a bunch of kids, like people that are under the age of 25. They're mostly
Stupid
between
people.
18 and 22, and they need this. Trust me, they need it. They
Well,
need it.
here's the thing. Now it's so different nowadays too. Nowadays they're so consumed with social media. That's it
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That it's right
hear
their
me?
brain. Yes, it's right at their brain. But when we grew up, we had the same bullshit consuming. This wasn't social media, but we had something that made us just as moronic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, kids are stupid all throughout time.
Whoa!
I had
whoa.
alcoholism when I was going to college, so like I don't know, social media worse or alcoholism.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, kids are
Both
dumb all
addictions.
around. It's just a question of if you're able to grow out of it. And I think that time has told that they have not grown out of it yet.
No,
And
exactly.
Because
But
Gen
but
Z, even the
but-
oldest, are
yeah,
just
yeah.
dumb as fuck.
But the
And
question
it's a
is,
question of you have to actually move beyond.
how many people do you know with bachelor's degrees that are still dumb as fuck? And I know a good amount. And
I
they
don't know a lot of dumb people.
well, not at your older age, right?
Mm-mm.
But when you're probably in your late 20s, early 30s, and you people with bachelor's degree, you're like, damn, that guy's you graduated college. I know people like that still, and they're in their late 30s. I'm like, what the hell did you learn in school? You're dumb as a rock,
That's
and
fair.
you haven't grown up.
Look, check it out. I
check
was
it
going
out.
to school. Okay, so I don't mean to be mean when I say this,
Oh
but
my
I think
gosh,
that
be mean.
some of the people that were getting their social work degrees, they are there because they have, empathy and they care and stuff, but they're
Aw.
not necessarily the smartest people in terms of books and stuff, right? And so one day I was working with this chick. I worked with her a lot. She did most of the empathy and like putting stuff together, and I just did the writing part. She said, in countries like Latin America, I was like, okay, we got to change this. And she goes, why? And I was like, there's not a
That's a
country named Latin
region.
America. And she goes, there's not. Oh God. Oh, she meant the country Latin America. And I was like, and she was the kind of person that said Liberia a lot, and I'm like, oh my God. But she was really smart in terms, she cared. She was really funny. She was really nice. She was really sweet. She had all these good qualities as a good person, but in terms of being book smart, she wasn't that smart. And it was kind of around the board in the social work.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
Like,
the thing, right? Everyone has different kinds of intelligence and everyone has different kinds of strengths. So
yeah,
I'm
they
not
have, like,
going
a
to say
street smarts or something.
intelligence. I'm not going
Right.
to say that everyone has intelligence. I'm saying that people have their strengths,
Yes.
It's true. No, you're not wrong about
I
that.
try to recognize them in everybody that I meet, even if I don't like them.
Yeah, the main, like I said, it's just I do think they should have 2-year bachelor degrees for certain things.
Well,
You-
maybe they should extend high school then. Because like in Japan, they go to school till they're 19.
Let's be honest. They should extend high school, but you should be earning college credits, but you still have the same format where you're still in school, you still have 6
You're
classes,
still, your
whatever.
parents are like picking or like making you go.
Like, no
as
joke. Yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to,
Well,
like,
they
no
do
joke.
still. In
That's
community college, they
fair,
do.
actually.
No, in community college they don't. Community college
Yes,
still-
they do. I'm there.
In community
see
college,
it.
you have free reign to do what you want. I mean, you still
You're
take 3
18, you're an
classes.
adult,
Yeah.
and
Right,
like
but
you're
but the kids these days are treated like they're younger.
No.
later in
I get
life.
it. What I'm trying to say is high schools should give kids options. Hey, we have, this many courses to still come to school here. And
They don't have the money.
it could be
well,
only,
if they're
it could-
smart, they would do that because I took plenty of college credit courses.
yeah. But it could be like just for a year, just to get them started. Because you don't want 20-year-olds in your high school around freaking 15-year-olds. You know what I mean?
ooh,
No,
that's a
because
good
that's kind of
point.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
But I think it's okay for so-called 13th grade, whatever you want to call it. But it's only a year. You get college credits. And that way they get jump started. It's like, look,
maybe you could
That's
do
not
like
a bad
home ec
idea.
or like
home ec. What?
or like
No, like
taxes. You could do your
real life
taxes.
skills.
Yeah.
That
Like
would
how
be
to change a
nice.
tire or like this
Yeah,
commercial I
no,
saw
that
a
sounds
long
like it's
time
just
ago.
stuff for women.
No,
They
no,
need to
listen.
learn that
No,
stuff.
listen to this. Listen. Okay,
I was
so
born
bunch of
changing
years
a
ago,
tire.
shut up.
What?
There was a commercial a few years ago that made me so mad. It was like an Allstate commercial, and
Okay.
one mom and her son that's like 18 or 17, he got a flat tire, and Triple A came and picked him up, but the other one they didn't have the
Triple
good insurance.
H?
So shush,
Like
the
shut
wrestler.
your mouth, shut up, you're ruining it. Anyway, ugh, you're so annoying. Anyway, the
Go
Triple
ahead.
A
Go
or
Triple A
Allstate came
came, yes.
came and picked him up, but the other boy they didn't pick him up, so they got stuck there because he couldn't change the tire. I'm like, why don't you just teach the kids to change tires instead of calling the insurance company? You know what I mean? It was like,
Yeah.
What if they don't know how to change the tire?
who?
The mom.
Look it up on the internet, YouTube.
It, no,
Facts.
women.
This is
No.
Lafayette. When
I-
he first got his car, he didn't know where the dipstick was. I had to show him where it was.
Is this it? Is this
You
it?
mean that was my Toyota Tercel, right? Yeah, the Tercel.
Isn't it
It
like
doesn't matter.
neon, like opposed to everything else in the engine is black, but the dipstick is like bright orange?
Yellow or orange.
And
yeah.
he's like, "Where is it? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean it's.
Do I
Just,
pull on this?"
let me tell you, not a car guy. Yeah, no,
I'm not a car
guy.
person either. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit
no,
about cars.
but I could change a tire in an instant. But I'm
I'm
not a
sure
car
I
guy.
could change. I would have changed a tire before. It was hard, but I did it.
Yeah.
done it.
But either way, yes, they should be. There should be shorter term bachelor degrees for people. That's it. Yeah.
That's
They
his
have a
opinion.
course at the where I work. It's a 6-figure course. I don't know what the
Six-figure?
ROI is on it, but
What does
it
that
costs
mean?
6 figures to take it.
Oh wow.
What?
You mean that's how much it costs to take?
100 grand.
What is it?
100. It's
It's one class?
an MBA. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
so it's not a class, it's a degree.
It's a degree, but still 100 grand.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
for
what-
an MBA, I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah, for an
People
MBA,
told
yeah.
me at work, they were like, "You should get an MBA." I was like, "You should shove it up your ass." I was like, "No way.
What's the point?
Whoa.
What's the point?
I'm not paying for that shit." And it's just so I can say, "Oh, you should pay me more," which it's not going to level out with the amount and the work. And I'll fuck that. No,
Well, also the problem with that
No.
is in the workspace, they will give somebody with an MBA a promotion and more pay all because they went and got an MBA. But you
Yeah.
probably know more than them about that job, and they won't give you
Exactly.
a promotion
Yeah.
because you don't
Which
have
But you
an
dumb.
showed ambition and motivation to do what they want you to.
AKA money. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, that's a really good point. That you showed your ability to conform to society's rules, to sit down, to shut up, to take direction. And fuck that. I've gotten as far as I've
And
gotten without having
also,
to do it. So
you know,
I'm fine.
they're more likely to give that job to a man anyway.
True
Let's
story.
just be honest with that. I mean, as soon as you walk in with your MBA, they go, "Hey, Greg, come in here. What do you got? I graduated high school. I'll give you the promotion. Go back to your desk, Laura." Like, what?
And get me some coffee on your way out.
I'm like, it's Greg's third day. I don't know. Seems like a cool guy. So, all right, there you go. All right, fantastic. Good way to start the show. Happy Thanksgiving. So other than that, we all watched a bunch of craziness. Maybe Marie knows JonBenét Ramsey. I'm
What about her?
assuming. Okay, she does. Good. They just came out with the documentary on Netflix about JonBenét Ramsey.
Oh,
And
don't they have like
so
3 already?
There was so much information I didn't know. Like, well, none of it. I knew everything. But
And a lot
You
of
know-
it that wasn't mentioned in the documentary.
okay, that's where you're gonna fill us in. And Carlos, as you watch it, you don't necessarily need to.
I
You
saw
know
the first 3 episodes.
that's all there is.
That's all of it.
Is it?
You watched the whole thing?
Congratulations. You got an
Congrats.
I didn't
upgrade.
get to the. I didn't get to the end of the third one. I got to
Doesn't
the.
matter. There's nothing that
I
you
got
know
to
what
the
happened?
part
She died.
where
Yeah.
the inmate. They were talking to some inmate. He said he didn't kill her, and then he
Oh,
said,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
"But I think she came and talked to me after she was dead."
Oh, I know.
Something
That's great.
stupid
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
That guy. Yeah.
Poor guy.
So again, JonBenét Ramsey killed in what night? Was it 1996?
1996.
Yeah, 1996, Christmas
December
Day.
20
December 26th.
Oh,
December
day
Day
26th.
after.
Day after in her basement.
Her parents. I
At
mean,
her parents' house. You're right. At her parents' house.
By her parents.
With their parents supposedly home. And the craziest part is that this guy writes a ransom note. I want this much money. Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna kill her. And oh, I thought you were gonna return her for the money. I guess I don't need the money that bad. That's the part that always gets me. It's like, wait, what? Like,
wasn't it for
anyway,
the exact same amount of money that it was for the Christmas bonus that he
it
just got?
it was exactly.
All right, who's gonna dive in first? Because I'm chomping at the bit here.
Yeah, let's let Laura do it.
Laura, you're
ahead,
going
Laura.
to because you have information we don't, so Netflix better be listening.
Ooh.
Okay. So first, I'll just say the document. It's hugely biased, but
Of course.
what documentary is it nowadays? What annoys the shit out of me is that the way that they framed it is that they didn't take you through, this, that, all the way to like, this is when we found her. Like, it does all this jumping around in the timeline. And it does that, in my opinion, to absolutely confuse you and make this whole thing feel kind of vague and different kinds of things. Because the Ramsey, this documentary was very pro Ramsey and pro the parents. And
Ramsey.
it left out a
JonBenét
lot
Ramsey.
of information that is very pertinent. And so it painted them in the best light possible. Do I know what happened? No, not at all, obviously. So I can't say that, oh, this document is biased because they're wrong, but I can tell you that the information that they left out. So things that they absolutely left out. I have a list here somewhere. Pineapple.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
The pineapple. JonBenét Ramsey was found with pineapple in her stomach. She did, by all testimony, she did not eat it at the Christmas party. It was not served at the Christmas party. And it was in her stomach for, I don't know, like four hours or something, before she died, which would have put it like, somewhere around 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. and the bowl was left on the kitchen table, and like that is pertinent. That is a pertinent detail. Somebody gave it to her to eat. That is extremely pertinent. Also, fibers from I think it's Patsy Ramsey's sweater that was found on the duct tape, different kinds of things like that. Like there is
handwriting on the note.
the handwriting. I mean, but I discount handwriting samples. I think it's a bullshit science. But just go to the point that they absolutely left things out. So if anybody listening and watched this documentary and came away thinking, oh, the Ramseys got such an unfair shake, maybe they did, but it wasn't without reason. They had very good reasons to suspect the Ramseys that were not mentioned in this documentary. But I can go into like more shit, but
Well, the worst part was like what you said. It's the fact that the dad's in it. It's all catered towards whatever he says.
yep.
Everything. And I mean everything. And the DNA testing is a little like, oh, well,
Oh, it's definitely pertinent. It's definitely
Yeah,
pertinent.
like-
You
like,
should be
what
bringing
is-
Didn't they
it up.
find someone's jizz on her panties or something?
they
They
didn't,
No,
they
they
don't-
found something,
they don't-
right?
They say
found
what is that
DNA. It could be
It could be anything.
be saliva.
They swabbed
could
it.
be-
Yeah, they swabbed it and it came
Yeah,
up.
who
But
knows
they
what it
wouldn't-
is?
It
Then whose
wasn't
DNA
enough
was it?
to say. Nobody knows. That's the question.
Nobody knows. Nobody
That's weird.
knows.
I thought the dumb thing about that is that they tracked down the manufacturer of the panties in China to see if maybe a worker had put, or I'm like, really?
Well,
So you
because
tell me they never washed this kid's underpants ever?
and that's another thing they left
So
out.
stupid.
That's another thing they left out. This was brand new underwear, and it was not her size. It was way too big for her. Where the fuck did that underwear come from? It was wrapped up in a Christmas package that was being stored downstairs. So it was a gift for somebody else, wrapped it up, and whoever, they don't know when it got put on her, but at some point, that underwear got put on her. Not her underwear.
How was she killed? Choking?
Choking or the blow to her head. TBD. She was
Hmm.
I don't
definitely,
know. I think it's an inside job.
it's gotta be. Okay, somebody
Because
else
when you
talk
see the
about-
footage of when they go downstairs and show the basement, why is it so cluttered? It's such a mess. I think anybody
The
who
whole
lives
house is
there would
like
be able
that.
to maneuver through it to get, and not make noise and get tangled up in something.
That's
I
a
think
good
they got
point.
And
lucky because the cops like messed everything up before they like.
Well,
No.
yeah, just the fact they didn't find her, they didn't check that last room.
Oh my God.
Supposedly,
I mean, that
until like 3-4 hours later.
no, 5 or 6 hours later. It is insane. It's 5 or 6 hours after the fucking police arrive at the house. They don't check the entire fucking house.
Well, that and
Yeah,
that's,
why would they not clear the
insane.
house? They told us
Well-
to clear the house.
and just not just that. The fact that the father finds her, then carries her upstairs.
Right. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
almost as if he didn't want them to go down there, and then
Yep.
it's like, okay, now it can make it seem like, okay,
just
oh
found
no,
her.
oh no, and it never when they interview them over, there's no grief. I swear, they have
I try not to narrow in on people's behavior.
No, I know on everything.
Everyone is different.
no one's different. But no, it seemed like the mother was slightly, like, oh my God, but the dad never seemed like. It's just always like, yeah, she's gone. We're still looking though with OJ. We teamed up with OJ. We're still looking. Like,
What about that? Like, you guys remember that girl Madeline something or other? She was like a Liverpool kid. And, they went to Portugal and someone kidnapped her out of
Yeah,
her
yeah.
bed.
She's still missing. She's
yeah,
still
still
good.
missing. Yeah, still missing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Continue.
you.
Yeah, what's
Okay.
your thought on that?
I was just thinking like
Is there is there a
they were
documentary we
saying
should
that
watch?
yes, I think it's actually on Netflix, but they were saying how the parents weren't showing a lot of emotions and blah 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 blah, and so it made things more suspicious. But it's like everyone reacts differently.
Remember
Yeah.
Natalie
That's true.
Holloway?
I don't know
Who?
who that is.
You guys don't remember Natalie Holloway, really?
Spice Girl. She a Spice Girl?
No, she's
No.
the high school kid from Colorado that went on the senior trip and then she was found dead like on the beach in Aruba or something like that. No, that was a huge story in America. No, really.
When?
That's so
But
weird.
Wasn't
the
that big.
parents didn't act well enough. Is that the point that you were making?
No, the kid that killed her, he was he was arrested, then let go, and then he killed somebody else, also another teenage girl in another hotel room, and
Jesus
come to find out he
Christ.
did kill Natalie Holloway, and
Yeah, of course he
also,
did.
and yeah, and
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
I don't think the police were wrong to focus on the family, and because I do think that they had to have done it in some way, shape, or form, even after watching this
They've
documentary.
been involved.
Yeah, they have to have been. But because I mean, when you look at a murder of a kid this age, it's almost always the family. Almost always. It's somebody that's close involved. Because I mean, who does a fucking 6-year-old know? Their parents and their brother.
Yeah. The brother was too young,
I've always thought it was the brother.
only
Always
because to
thought it
use
was the brother.
that
Why?
to use the method of the string and all that, and I don't know.
Apparently, he was in Boy Scouts.
Oh, damn it.
He liked
Guilty.
to tie knots. He liked to tie knots. He also they had some behavioral issues with him, as in he would smear shit all over like the house. That's an extremely disturbed like behavior. This was before anything happened to his sister. He also hit her in the head with a golf club once, and she had to go to the ER. And
How old was he? How old is he? Like,
he was
how old was she?
9.
And how old was she?
6, 3 years.
I
difference.
mean, so that sets up, of course, that he did it, and then the parent, or to say the
Covered it
father,
up.
Maybe the
covered it
parents
up.
covered it
So
up.
why would they get the pie? Why would she be eating pineapple? And didn't she also have milk or something like that?
I don't remember the milk, but it's very possible. Why would she
But
have
that,
pineapple? She was up with her
but
brother.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Her brother got her up,
exactly.
and they ate some pineapple.
Yeah, and then he killed her, and remember
Something happened, maybe on accident.
no,
You know,
remember
maybe he got mad.
she did have blunt force trauma to the head.
Yep.
So clearly that's what actually killed her. And then the other part was
No,
the
they don't know. They don't know if
Well, only
she.
reason I say that is because they can do the whole strangulation can be that's what the killer did.
The
Yeah.
strangulation was pre-death.
That's what they were
It was
saying.
not.
They were saying
Yeah,
it's pre-death.
not
yeah.
posthumous because you don't get the petechial hemorrhaging if you're strangled while you're dead. 'Cause you don't
Yeah.
breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh,
had
well.
hemorrhaging in her eye and her
Yep.
heart. So that's from
Yep.
strangulation.
Yep, but she didn't necessarily
Damn.
die from it. It's just the fact also that we're talking about a 6-year-old girl right now. Like, just let that just be a knife in your heart. You know, that's so fucking sad.
No, it's just in general, it's crazy because the whole who done it and the dad's still out there. Oh, we're gonna find the murderer still.
You're
I'm like,
never gonna
bro,
find him.
First
Never.
of all, you're never gonna
They're
find him
never
at this
going to.
point. You went to Thailand to try to find him. That was yeah.
Yeah.
That whole thing
They're-
too. Because
they're
I knew
never gonna
about that
find him.
guy from Thailand, but when you watch it and you hear the recordings, you're like, this guy's full of shit. The whole time, like he's full of shit. Like
That's the guy who was sending the emails.
yeah. But then I'm
Okay.
like, then I thought, well, no, is he though full of shit? Only because the fact that just because the DNA didn't match up doesn't mean he was full of shit. So who knows? And he also could be somebody they know and they're just playing it off. Who knows? Again, you just this is it is a wild
I don't know. One of the things
story.
that caught me is when the dad said he had to break into his own house because he lost the keys or forgot the key or something. And then he's like, "Oh, did I fix that window? I don't remember if I fixed that window. Did I fix that window? Really?
It's all
You
really
would not
weird.
have fixed the broken window?
Or don't remember that you
now.
fixed the broken window.
And they also didn't mention like the part where supposedly the cops were like, this window has cobwebs all over it. Clearly no one opened it. Like the window in the room. Like, like somebody would have broke that if they would have because the thing wasn't open. The crate, what is it? The grid or whatever
The
outside.
grate on top of it.
The grate
top
wasn't
of the
necessarily
windows.
open. The window wasn't open when they went down. It was closed. The only thing you had was a suitcase with a footprint on it. That's
Yeah,
it.
but even that is all suspect because
very
again,
suspect.
The dad was the one who was down there. Who knows the fuck what he was doing down there?
Exactly. And the thing that throws me off most will always be the fact that the note says we're going to return your daughter to you for this amount of money. Okay. Oh, I went to the basement. There she
Well,
is.
what gets me too is that they found the beginning of the first ransom note on the mother's notepad 3 pages in.
I know. With the same handwriting and everything. Yeah. Again, it's all inside job, 100%.
But if it was my kid and I found her in that room, I'm not moving her. I'm checking for a pulse, and then I'm screaming for somebody to call the ambulance or call somebody. I'm not picking her up and dragging her upstairs.
I don't know. They're small. Maybe you're just like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think if you saw your kid like that, strangled or
you
whatever,
want to.
I don't know if you'd move them so much. I think your shock would be that they're probably already dead. Like,
But
Well,
I
yeah,
think you're
but like,
definitely trying to remove the rope from her
yeah,
neck or
yeah.
something.
I would
yeah,
be.
yeah.
I mean, you don't know. I don't even want to think about it. But I do. Like, I would want to hold them close. Like, no matter what state they were in,
Well, I
you'd
tell you
wanna
what,
grab them. You'd want to hold
um,
them.
yeah, I'll adopt a kid this weekend and let you guys know.
Okay. Well, please don't. On multiple levels.
Look, I'm trying to do a show thing, okay? Trying to do like a study. No, you're against it now? Show study? All right. Huh.
One thing that grabbed me as I was watching, because what's the dad's name? Robert?
Oh,
Richard?
I forgot.
John? Is it John? I think it is John. John Ramsey.
John Ramsey.
When he first came on, I was like, oh my God, he's so old. That
Oh,
was my
yeah.
first thought because, you've seen so much stuff from him from that time. But of course he's old. I was 12 years old when this happened, and I remember it. I remember it so clearly. Ugh.
And the family going on all these talk shows.
Yep.
And I'm like, you guys shouldn't do that. And your reasoning for doing it is stupid. Because they're all saying we did it. Like you look like idiots going on these talk shows. Anyway,
Now, Patsy finally died of ovarian cancer, right?
He did.
yeah,
So-
I like 48, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Yeah. And then but Geraldo was the real winner of the whole thing.
That was bizarre.
That was so
Can you
weird. That was so
imagine?
weird.
And that woman on there talking about how JonBenét was, quote, masturbating with a
Oh,
saxophone.
my
I'm
God,
like,
that
you
was
mean
so weird.
pretending
That was so
to play
dumb.
a
So
saxophone?
That was
dumb.
so dumb.
But then when
She
she
was just
said it,
like
I was
like a regular sax player.
Yeah,
how they
like-
moved
like, yeah,
back and
yeah,
forth.
yeah,
Like, come on.
not just that. I just
That was
thought
so
it's
stupid.
a 7-year-old old lady just over exaggerating this shit. Like because she has to look like an expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like an expert loon.
We brought this experts, sexpert. That's what I call it. We brought the sexpert on. What is this kid doing?
The
Clearly,
sax expert. The
yeah,
sexpert.
the
The
saxpert.
saxpert.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was crazy. If you don't know JonBenét's story, I mean, I guess watch it, but at the same time,
Don't. There's better documentaries out there.
you get nothing out of it if you know. First of all, you don't need to know anything. It's never been solved.
Yeah.
Then you get nothing out of it.
That's what I don't like is when they do these documentaries, but there's no new info if you followed it when you first heard it. And not
Yep.
only that, there's no conclusion. It's like, oh, we found him, we got him. Something like not like if you watch the documentary Thrown into the Fire, something about a missing daughter. I forget what the name of the title is. Netflix doc. There's a conclusion. You figure it out. It happens. They figure it out.
Or like the Jinx when the guy fucking confesses on
Oh,
camera.
Yeah. My favorite part is just how Netflix will solve it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting all these years. We got it. What do you mean? Well, it comes out in a month, though. We're not going to tell you yet. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me know, please. But it's like the Zodiac one. It was way better than this,
Yeah.
The Zodiac one was pretty good.
Yeah, it was better because even though I got nothing new out of it, I was so super intrigued no matter what. Like,
I don't know. That dude, I think that dude was
Arthur Lee
Zodiac.
Allen. Yeah, 100%. I think he was the Zodiac. I also think he killed JonBenét. So there you go. All right. Well, I mean, everybody
Either
watched that.
him or
so far.
OJ.
Well, here.
OJ, no, OJ never killed anybody.
What do you guys think about the beauty pageant stuff? Like seeing all the videos and everything like
It's
that.
twisted.
I just think it's just let a kid be a kid. Like you're forcing them to do something they don't want to do. Let's be honest. They
They
don't
say
want to
that
do
she
it.
did want to do it.
No, it's because the mother was a failed pageant contestant, and then she wants to live in her glory. Look at my little girl, and if she wins, I win, and I'm just as pretty. Like, no,
Oh, shit, my kid's gonna become a podcaster.
yeah, oh, yeah, no, he's watching. He's watching you right now. He doesn't want to.
God, I would imagine what my kid would podcast about. Poop.
Yeah, exactly. Fart. You know what? I might listen to that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Quality content.
Yeah, is it the same episode every time? Just
Yep.
son
It would
of a bitch.
100% be the same.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I don't know. The pageants are weird. They're just like I said, kids don't really want to do that.
They might though, because like I think dressing up and playing costumes is fun, right? And so they might want to do it, but I don't think that they realize what they're getting themselves into. They just think it's fun and we're dressing up and having fun and blah blah blah. But the moms are like, yeah, make me some money.
Yeah, and I think the whole thing, I mean, I agree. It's fucking weird. She looked like a little mini Princess Diana, like in her 90s outfits. And the parents say are like, oh, it was just fun. She wanted it to do it. But the amount of like headshots and staged photos that they had of her was not normal for the time. And I mean, not normal in the sense that like clearly this was not just like a fun little recital that you did. Like this was like a lifestyle that you guys had going on, which is weird.
What would you have to say to the parents if they were listening right now?
Turn yourself in.
There's only one left. There's only one left.
Yeah, well, the other one took their crime to her grave. So,
yeah. If you participated in any way, shape, or form or protecting anyone, I mean, just let it go.
Wait. If one of your kids accidentally or purposely killed the other kid, what would you do?
Absolutely, I would call the police and
figure
it out. Yeah, we'd figure it out. Would I stop loving them? No, but would I ever sign up for a lifetime of anguish and giving them the idea that it's okay to kill people? Mommy and daddy are going to cover up for you? No, not in a million years.
I guess
they're going
that's kind of true.
Right to prison. I will get them the best defense attorney and all the different things, but I couldn't live with that.
I wouldn't give him a defense attorney. I'd be like, look, you're underage, so they'll
public attorney.
They'll probably let your ass out at 15 years old. And even then, I'm probably
gonna. He was 9. There's no way he was gonna get fucking tried as an adult.
No. He was gonna get until he's 18, if anything. And that's it.
No, and even if he did do it, and even if he clearly something wrong with him mentally.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably just would have got some sort of evaluation, some mental house for several years, and then take your ass back home, kid.
Yeah, and
some kind of rehabilitation center.
Yeah, and
the person that you work with.
The thought was that the social worker, the thought that they were trying to like protect their good name or whatever. If that's what happened, I don't know. It's just all.
I guess the question would be,
makes no sense. The whole thing makes no fucking sense.
If that did happen, would you look at your child the same?
No.
That's what I mean. Like if they came out of prison at 18, you'd probably always resent that child no matter what. Like, you piece of shit. Like, like you're just another person to me now at this point.
No, but you might resent them, but maybe you wouldn't be like.
You would never. I don't think you'd ever forgive them. Ever.
No, I don't. Ever. You would carry that.
Yeah.
You'd have to.
You would definitely reserve a hot air balloon ride, and accidents do happen. So a little pushy. See you later. Anyway, there you go. So everybody, we all watched it, but Marie, but that's okay. Marie knows about JonBenét Ramsey. And then we also watched something else. It's called Is it called Buy Now?
Buy Now.
Buy Now on Netflix, about consumerism and basically how we buy too much and we don't need that much. And it was pretty good. But the only thing, when I watched it, literally 2 weeks prior to this, Bill Maher did the same thing on his show. I was like,
you still watch that guy?
I do watch Bill Maher, and he said the same thing. Literally the same thing. He talked about the plastics in the ocean from all the shit we make, and nothing gets really recycled, and we make too much shit. We don't need it. And I was like, hey, wait a second. So what'd you guys think of Buy Now on Netflix?
I fucking loved this. This was my recommendation. I saw it, and there were things that were annoying about the documentary, like that stupid little AI voice and like the different things that they were showing that were AI was dumb. But the general message of the whole thing, so pertinent. Everyone needs to watch it, especially as we go into the Christmas season. And it's that attitude of buy. And it covers just one aspect of why a consumerism culture is awful for humanity, and that's the environmental aspect, which is definitely a big one. It's not the only one. There is so much more that you could unpack here, and I absolutely loved it.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's very good. It's they have a good point. Why do companies, I mean, we know why, but why do they constantly every year have to make the same thing again for you, just with a small tweak to it, and say, "Hey, look, it's new. Now trade your old shit in and pick something up." And then all of a sudden, you have a new TV, you have a new microwave, you have new this, new that. You knew everything because they added one new feature that you must have. You got to have it. And nowadays, the number one feature everything's being added to it, what people are adding is anybody? What's the
AI.
number?
Bluetooth.
Correct.
Oh,
AI.
AI. I guess Bluetooth's already
Yeah, I was gonna
kind
say
of in
Bluetooth was
everything
like
already.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
wait.
old.
You know what though? At least we know your buying habits, so you're just
Yeah.
catching up. You're just.
I don't. I seriously don't. I don't buy this stupid shit.
But out of everything you saw in the documentary, what was the worst thing you saw?
TikTok.
I know what the worst
Not
thing
even
was that I
close,
saw.
Marie. Not even close. Good job, though, Marie.
The worst thing? You mean like
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
or
worst
Wait.
product, the worst
Oh, the
waste.
worst product.
Diapers.
Okay, no.
phone?
That is very
Phone,
wasteful.
okay.
The worst tech. Like the wait. I
No,
just
just
mean like
worst
the.
in general in the show. I know in the.
Well, I can tell you the worst thing that I saw, but it wasn't a product.
Oh well, okay. What was the worst thing you saw?
The worst thing that I saw that made my jaw drop is something that I never considered, but of course it fucking happens, is Amazon and their destroyed products, the
Oh
unused destroyed products.
yeah.
I worked in a retail store and I had to do the, destroy something before you throw it away. Perfectly good, sellable merchandise that you had to destroy before getting rid of. And I know that this happens and I know the reason why it happens. And again, how fucking unethical it is, but it never occurred to me at what level Amazon must be doing this at. I was just like, holy shit. How many tons, literally metric tons does that company have to destroy and get rid of every day, every week, every month?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I thought clothes was the worst thing though. The clothes, washing up on shore and in the ocean.
In Ghana. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And just the amount of clothes they produce, like
Oh yeah. That little
endlessly.
infographic, like
Oh
the
my
Sheen
gosh,
or Shine or
Sheen.
whatever the fuck it's
Yeah,
called,
yeah.
and how many new styles they come out with. I was just like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
It's crazy. It's crazy because if only men existed, they probably only have one clothing store, like 3 styles of
Disagree.
t-shirts.
Yeah, but they'd have
Disagree.
all kinds of stupid ass shit like
Go ahead, tell
fucking
us.
what are men into? I don't know. They have-
Watermelons? You say watermelons. What'd
No,
you say?
what are men into? I don't
Oh.
know. Like, video games or movies or TVs, broken
Yeah.
TVs that
Yeah.
don't work,
Yep.
Xbox games.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
they throw the controller or
Oh,
something.
no.
I don't know.
New
Oh,
phones,
no.
like
They do all
everything,
that. They
all the
buy
tech.
I'm gonna explain this all to you. Golf clubs are purchased to get away from women 6 hours a day. They throw controllers because a woman aggravated them. Okay. Do you see where this is going?
I do. I see
Okay,
the pattern.
Good. Anyway, I thought it was pretty good. It's all about waste. People don't know. It's not necessarily about consumerism. Well, it is, but it's more about waste, about how much we waste and how much we feel like we need more and more shit to keep.
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, so I saw this. I don't remember where it was. I don't know if it was YouTube or a comment or a Reddit or something, but they said that like if you buy something from maybe Shein or Temu, that there are local warehouses that you can return things to, and then they'll resell things. So how much stuff are they ruining or breaking on purpose for the simple fact of getting tax credit versus returning stuff or
Yep.
selling it back?
Yep. Because when you sell it back, that's not contributing to the year-over-year profits of your suppliers. That's only like you. And so if they really trade in that used business, which they really should do more of environmentally, they're not contributing to their supplier like Samsung or HG or whoever. They're not contributing to their year-over-year profits if they sold mostly used. And therefore they wouldn't get as good of a deal and snowball.
That's lame.
It is. It's the whole fucking system has become so complex that it's with you can't do the easy thing.
And because of
you can't do the right thing easily.
Well, and also because of capitalism, that's the reason why
100%.
you get a new
Because of the
iPhone every
patriarchy,
year.
because of men, right? Oh, men are the worst. Oh God, they contribute so
Men
much to
are
the
the
patriarchy
best.
and capitalism.
You know what? Again,
Ugh.
you didn't watch Barbie, but you keep explaining it in every episode.
'Cause
Anyway,
I don't need to watch it. 'Cause I'm smart
um,
like that.
She's living it.
I don't know if the last part.
Yeah, don't you see my hair today? How awesome and beautiful it is, and just how pretty I am.
It is
Because
pretty.
thank you. I braided it 2 days ago and then just took it out.
And it's like wavy. I love it.
I had a performance today, and when they post it, I'm gonna show it to you guys.
Congratulations. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Anyway, so I was trying to say the reason why they have to give you a new cell phone every
I
year
want to braid my hair.
is because they have.
Can you put it in a French braid?
They have to.
Your hair is getting really long, though.
This is okay. Can you stop talking? Can you
No.
stop talking.
I'm
Not
talking
you,
about
Laura.
hair.
You guys stop talking about hair. This is not. When
Are you gonna let it grow out?
Hair.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hair talking the podcast.
Hair talking.
I like that.
Because they got a board to talk,
Yep. And then
you know.
they've got a board report too. And not only that, if they're publicly
Exactly.
traded,
Exactly.
you also have a lot of people. They're listed in their 401k portfolio, their Dow, whatever.
I
And
got
so
it, you guys.
It is inherently.
So
I mean,
you-
if you're invested in the system, it might be benefited in your pocket. Like I said, it's so interconnected.
Oh yeah,
that
it all
you can't
ties
pull
it
it all
all
apart.
but it all ties primarily to that in the end. They have to give you new products every year because they have board members and stockholders to
Yep. Year over year
Yeah,
growth
it's-
to
you have to.
infinity, and it's impossible. It's
I'm pretty
not
sure-
sustainable.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know if all you get it, but I get it like every 6 months. I get Hyundai saying, "Well, but we want to buy your car back."
Oh my God. When I bought my Honda, they did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I just fucking bought a car.
Yeah, and
off.
it's for the same reason. They want you to put in a new car to get a new loan and recycle that shit over and over and over and over. And it's just that's all it is. Consumerism is just they're trying to get you to buy the same shit you already own.
Great question. Is anyone of like, do you guys do this? Do you guys buy stuff for no fucking reason? Like, look at all these books that I've never read, right? Just to look smart. You guys, what is your thing that you do that's bad for the planet or consumerism and stuff like that?
Well, I
know
wouldn't say bad for
exactly what I do
consumerism,
that's
but bad
bad
for
for
yourself. Well, hey, what do you do?
Oh, I bought a bunch of costumes from Shein, and I've
So
been
you
trying
bought
to.
from Shein. Okay.
Yeah, I buy from. Oh, and I just. Well, don't worry about what I just bought from Temu, but I do buy from them quite a bit because it's very
We don't
cheap.
want to know. We don't want to know. But does it go?
Just AKA Bad Dragon.
Ah,
Don't
okay.
look it up.
Laura.
But anyway, yeah, I buy a lot of stuff from them. It's really bad.
Single-use plastics. So guilty of it. I feel bad about it every time I grab a bottle of water from my own house. I'm like, just get a fucking glass, Laura.
Why do you have bottles? Why do you buy bottles of water?
My husband buys them. I always tell him not to buy them. He buys them for guests. Like he's so fancy, and then, like, they come over. Do you want a bottle of water?
Can't you just give them water out of the?
I know. That's what I say. But I'm lazy, and it's right there, and it's already cold, and so I grab it and I drink it, and I feel bad. And then same thing for K-cups. I use K-cups. That's plastic. That should not be used.
So basically, plastic. Because I only buy plastic water bottles. That's all I do. I buy 36 packs like every 2 weeks. I don't drink like tap water because it's gross as shit.
You can buy a thing though.
I do have a filter.
Refrigerator
Better.
gives
I have
you
a
But then
filter.
again, you gotta pour it. You gotta take it out. You gotta pour it.
Oh
You gotta
my
put ice in it.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm saying. It's a shitty excuse, but I do it too. It's not an excuse. It's dumb and it's lazy.
But what's
What about
something
a
need to
refrigerator
stop.
that dispenses water though?
we have a refrigerator
I
that
have
dispenses
one, but
water.
it's not
Fancy
cold
enough.
enough.
There's no water
Why
line
don't you use
connected to
that?
it. Anyway, long story short, what do people buy that they don't necessarily need? Marie said books, and we see a lot of them, but clearly she's not smart.
Look at that. Got 2 shelves.
That's not that many. No, it's not that many.
Laura, what do you buy though that you look at and go, why did I buy that?
I try not to do that. I'm very conscientious. If anything, I'm guessing the thing that I do the most is clothes. But I don't buy frivolous clothes. I buy clothes with the intention that this is practical and I'm going to wear it. The problem is, try it on and you like it one day, and then the next day you try it on and you don't like it, or you see yourself a picture in it and you're like, oh,
I shouldn't have bought that.
I shouldn't have
horrible.
bought that.
Throw the camera away.
Yeah, and so then they end up, don't throw them away. They end up at Goodwill, and I hope somebody
Yeah,
buys
I give
them.
Goodwill a lot of T-shirts. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
At least you're giving them to something that like can go back and not like
Hopefully.
if you put it in a recycle center, is it going to get recycled? Probably not.
Sometimes
There's
but sometimes I also feel like might be better off giving my shirt to somebody that'll give them like to the homeless. Not so they can resell them and make money.
No,
Like,
yeah, but again, they make
but-
it hard. It's
but-
better than throwing it away.
yeah, but Goodwill at the same time at least employs people, so I can't
Yep.
really complain. Carlos, what do you collect or what do you buy or what do you have that you're like, damn it, why have I bought so many of this or why do I have this? And
kids.
what's my
Absolutely nothing.
nothing? Everything he has is picture perfect. He spends every dime with a
Everything.
purpose, and I like this
Yes.
attitude right here.
Yeah.
Well,
Everything
what's
is
the
with a
purpose of all these
purpose.
figurines?
Oh,
So you can
they got
buy
a
them and look
question.
at them?
sorry. Collector
judge
items. I have a habit.
Hey,
And my habit is a collector.
That's what we're
What do
talking
you
about.
do with it? What is
Laura-
the purpose of it? What's
Laura's
going to
looking-
happen
I'm
to
sorry,
it
I'm
when
not
you die?
polluting the environment with them. They stay with me.
wow!
What
How about
happens when you
die?
die?
Yeah, all that plastic.
My kids will get them.
How about when
What are they gonna do with
die?
them?
I don't know why.
Well, if they ruin the planet, I don't give a shit. I'm not here anymore.
Whoa! Wow, that's your
Aw.
attitude.
That's right.
Carlos is
because-
perfect. He never does anything wrong.
That's right. That's right. There should be a 5-year gap between all technology. Because that way, you can't just put out something new because it has one extra pixel on your camera. There'd be just so much, it'd just be so much less just waste. But they're not doing that. They have to put it out every year because we have to be better the next year and the next year and the next. No, it's ridiculous.
It's
I don't
dumb.
know what you're talking about.
And it's never going to happen. That's the thing. It's never
No,
going
it's
to
not
happen.
going to happen.
What
It's just
I
not,
think
Because
that
they don't
we-
care about the environment.
Well, it's
They
not that.
absolutely-
It's just like buy now shows. There's too much of it. It's just you're never going to clean it up. You're never going to get rid of it. What is the solution in the end?
We're
I'm
gonna
only-
end up like Wally.
the
We're-
only
it-
thing
yeah.
that's funny that
It's
came
true.
up in the documentary.
multiple times in the documentary.
Yeah.
It's ahead of its time, bro. And it's
The
like it's got
only-
a good message behind it, and it's a really cute movie.
The only thing I can think of is, you create a space program that basically collects this shit and flies it up as,
That's eventually what we're gonna do.
Basically,
but
you'd
that
have-
poses
but-
its own problems. Giant trash.
You know how we're going to
meteors.
Well, no,
inhabit
no,
Mars?
you'd have
we're
to
not going
fly-
to inhabit Mars. We're going to put our trash
litter
on
it. We're gonna
Mars.
litter Mars. No, you have to fly
Yeah.
it. You fly it through the atmosphere and it burns up, and then that's it. Like,
And then
that's it.
what is released when you burn a bunch of
Yeah,
plastic?
dumbass.
We don't
The
live there. Who
entire
cares?
fucking Earth. Oh
I
well,
don't live
to
there.
Mars. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
matter.
where Elon Musk wants to go. So fuck it.
Long-
We'll
long
ruin that
story-
shit.
No, really, they should put like all the trash on the moon or some shit. Like, I don't know, figure it out. Like,
They really
Maybe the aliens want it.
Yeah.
the real solution, and I think we might be able to get there, in the next 10, 15, 20 years, is to efficiently or actually recycle all of the different kinds of plastics and all the different, like the labor to do it is insane.
it
but-
is.
As AI continually starts to take more jobs, we get more and more automations, we might need those kinds of jobs for people. So you will do the stupid labor intensive.
People won't. People won't take those jobs.
Somebody's got to.
No, don't get me
Because
wrong.
eventually-
Yeah.
Eventually, you will need to eat. And so people will eventually take those jobs if there are no other ones. And so you sit there and you will pick through plastics.
We already
and-
eat plastic.
Yeah.
As long as you eat fish, you eat plastic.
But I mean, think
So-
of all the shit that we make out of plastic. Why can't you just fucking figure out a way to efficiently melt it down and remake a bunch of shit? And we can buy that same plastic over and over and over and
Well,
over
why
and
don't
over
we,
again.
Like,
You know what it
make
is? I think
more,
it's because there's too much of it. That's why.
like
Well,
okay.
Well, we
here's-
need to figure it
we
out.
can make more policies about the amount of plastic that's produced instead of having to worry about it once it's already produced. Like
Shove your policies somewhere, okay?
Like,
It's called
seriously, like,
capitalism. We've
we-
been through this.
No. Over,
Lobbyists,
like, okay,
so on and
I'm
so
not trying to
forth.
point out anyone, but like,
Hmm.
why do we have to like? Why don't we get rid of water bottles or so many? And like, why don't we have an incentive to buy like a hydro flask or something? You know what I mean? Or more filters or shit like that. Like, we don't. I just or okay, like toys or whatever. We could tax them more. People aren't gonna like it, but we need the companies to stop making so much stuff. They need to stop like doing like investors to buy this, blah 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 blah. Like they just need to take the fucking.
I have a solution. I have a
They
solution.
need to take one for the team and
That's
just
right.
stop caring
Number
about the
one.
money.
That's right.
And then
That's
just
right.
fucking stop doing it.
I like the way
it's
you think.
also
Mhm,
other
mhm.
side is that we can't just tell the companies to stop making it. We have to stop buying it.
Yeah.
Because the
Whoa.
only reason they're doing it is because it
Well,
works.
well, but like
It
at the same time, they
works.
know that they can do other things. They just don't do it because it's the cheapest way to do it. They can probably still make some of this stuff, but
Yeah.
they can use more expensive materials that are
it's-
more, clean. Or
Yeah, it is a
whatever.
multi-leveled problem, and we are all guilty of it. Those
But we're not as guilty as they are. We're like 25%
No,
guilty,
you
where
just
they're like
no,
we're the
no,
one
75%.
who's
no.
buying it. If
You
we
just
didn't
bought
buy it, they wouldn't
something
make
off
it.
Timu, so you love cheap shit. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Paid
'Cause I
by
didn't want to pay.
slave
I didn't
labor.
want to pay $150 fucking dildo.
We already knew it. You had to say it out loud. Oh my god, we already knew it. How
And
much-
not to
how-
mention that's also made by slave labor.
And how much
you
did-
also- yeah,
and how
I mean,
much-
if it's from
and-
Timu,
And how much did you pay for this Timu item?
Like $35.
Oh, good deal. All right. But yeah, no, capitalism. You'll never get that. They'll never stop making shit, and they'll make it cheap as possible to make more money.
And that's the thing. I'm trying to be conscientious, stop and think like, do I really need this? First of all,
Yes, I do. I'm lonely.
can I? Well, but that's another part of the problem,
But you-
Marie.
yeah, it's
we
another
have
part of the
been
problem.
told, we have accepted the lie that acquisition makes us happy.
This
It
one
does-
will.
It does not.
The problem.
I'm
the
not
problem
talking
is
about
this.
that.
Well,
okay?
the problem is
Just
this.
that's
though.
so completely separate. That's
No,
not
but the
like,
problem is
you know.
for $35, you could have just bought a guy some dinner. You would have got.
Yeah, but then he'd only
Lot
stick
of
around for one
baggage.
time. That's one
Yeah.
time, and this
Agreed.
will be there.
You're not
forever.
finding
What?
the right
And I have to
guy.
take
the
I have to deal
dildo
with
out
all
of the
damage.
equation. It's fucking
Like you
up
said, the
my
baggage.
my-
I need you to let Laura speak because now she has that on her mind. The Snapdragon, whatever you bought. Snapdragon's a chip that goes
Double
to cell
Dragon?
phones, but I don't know.
Bad dragon.
Bad dragon. Not the double
Anyway,
dragon.
chase
Okay.
the dragon.
Anyway, chase the dragon. But we've accepted this lie that it's going to make us happy. And here, buying things, acquiring things does give us all a dopamine hit. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Reward systems in our brain light up. The question is, why do we have so much need for things to make us happy?
To fill
You
the
know what?
void.
Yeah, why is there such a void that we need to fill? Like, what is it about our society,
It's
our
because you
culture,
don't.
or whatever else that makes us crave this 24/7?
Because instead of
really
doing
not
a
being
podcast
fulfilled?
in person, we do the podcast over Zoom, and it's not the same. It's not the same. But no, that's kind of it. It's like we're a lot more separated than we used to be. Social media, blah, 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 blah.
We don't have
psychology,
community, and also
humans.
we don't have enough to fucking do. Honest to God, like people sit around and just bitch about like how they're bored or whatever, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
I will send you
People without kids who talk about how they're tired and busy, I want to punch them in the face.
Do it on Messenger, please.
What on this?
No, Facebook Messenger.
Why?
My son has my phone.
Oh God, baddragon.com. Jesus.
Well, I don't have you guys on Messenger.
Oh, this
Oh.
is just. Oh, wait.
But I want to show you what inspired me. Okay, let me just show you like this, if I can do it.
All right, so there's the
Good
dragon.
Lord.
Wait, what the?
What?
Wait,
oh
Why
my
are you
gosh.
showing me this?
Why are we showing? Yeah, why are we
That
seeing
is
this?
why is this so wow?
And why? What? Wait a time out. Why am I seeing this on my screen right now? Like they give
That's
you.
my inspiration.
You need
That's what you want to
inspiration?
do? You want to
Like,
plan on
oh
doing
my
that?
God.
Maybe.
And
Oh
how do-
my god.
How do we know that that
Oh
wasn't
my
a
God.
personal video? Anyway, long story short, people want to own new shit. They don't want to own old shit. They don't
Yeah,
want
I don't want to pre-own dildo.
They don't want to pre-own anything. They don't want used shit. That's why we had the problem we have, because people want new shit, and new generations want new shit.
This
They want new
website
phones,
is
They
horrifying.
want new TVs. Oh, there's a website she sent you to. Oh, okay.
No, it's the place where you buy the stuff. It's Bad Dragon is a
Bad
company.
Dragon. Yes, I
It's
hear
a
you. I hear
company.
you. Well, they got
What
to
is
show how
going
it's
on
used.
here?
Anyway, watch it on
What
Netflix. It's
is
called
this?
Buy Now. It's about consumerism and our need to
Those are-
own
Those are outrageous.
Whatever
those are-
you do not go to
Do not go to
baddragon.com.
baddragon.com.
Why?
We will
Might
not
be
tell you
into
the
that.
website baddragon.com. I do not want you to go to the website.
Yeah, go to Sinners.
baddragon.com. Do not go to that website. Anyway, we'll
Lord.
take a break here on Nerds Talking the
This is a-
podcast. And I tell you what, before we leave baddragon.com, check out
is-
our YouTube channel.
18 above.
And
Laura's face.
Nerds
This is
Talk.
stuff you
Anyway,
expect to see at like a what do they call it?
a
Renaissance
whorehouse?
fair.
Oh,
Renaissance
really?
fair.
Yeah, because it's a fantasy dragon thingy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll be right back after this on Nerds Talking the podcast. Remember, baddragon.com.
Oh, Flush Dragons.
You ever wonder where to get cheap gizmos and gadgets and electronics? You want to know how to get things real cheap? Listen to my podcast, Boosted It. We got Nintendos, Xbox, computers. You need television sets, you know, the ones with the tubes.
No one wants to listen to your show, Tony. It's really stupid. I mean, you know nothing about electronics, and, you know.
The show would be better if you weren't here, but I had to bring you here because I'm married to your mother, and she wants you not to be hanging around all those hooligans out there. Now shut up, I'm trying to promote my
You
show.
don't even know what a smartphone is. I mean, you're an idiot.
It does, you know what? You know nothing.
Smartwatch, huh?
A what?
Smartwatch, you know, on your wrist.
Watches aren't smart, they just tell you time. The smart one is reading the watch, me, knowing the time.
Idiot, that's what you are.
What are you talking about?
You're stupid, you know nothing. Get out of
You know,
here.
you need to just sit over there. I bought you a soda pop.
Yeah, man.
Didn't I get you some candy or something?
Shut it up, yeah.
Shut up. Anyway,
God.
the show's called Boosted It.
You
That's
stole
not
it.
what you think, but it's a great show for kids.
It's a criminal.
And,
He's a loser and a criminal.
what is it now?
You heard me. I
I
hate
swear
you.
to God. I swear to God. Your mother,
What about my mother?
God bless her soul.
She's not even dead. What are you talking about?
I know she's not dead. Sometimes I wish she was dead.
I mean, what?
Anyway,
I'm going to tell my mom.
oh, you're going to tell your mother
Yeah,
that,
I'm
huh?
going to tell my mom you said that.
You know, nobody likes you anyway.
Everybody likes me. My mom
Not
likes
even your
me.
father.
Huh?
That's why he left you.
My father died in an accident, you son of a bitch.
Well, he left you. Anyway, he wanted to leave. He left. That's
What?
why you. That doesn't matter.
that's not right.
The show's called Boosted It. This kid's a punk. You want to know about gizmos, gadgets, who's and
knows
what's?
nothing.
Listen to it anyway. It's on every platform. Anything you want to do's.
No.
You can even buy it at Radio Shack.
Radio Shack doesn't exist. That's why you're an idiot.
What do you mean Radio Shack doesn't
You're
exist?
stupid.
You know what doesn't exist?
What? Tell me, huh?
Your father. Ha ha. Gotcha, punk.
And now back to Nerds Talking the podcast. Welcome back to Nerds Talking the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Marie, Laura, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday. New episodes of Nerds Talking the podcast and on YouTube at Nerds Talking. So check that out. Also, we watched Gladiator 2 with Denzel Washington, Pedro Pascal, and there's somebody else in that. Who's the female actress? She's pretty well known. Oh, I forgot her name. Oh, she was in Wonder Woman, and she was also in Justice League, and now I don't know her name anymore.
But not Wonder Woman.
No, she was. She was in both.
Y'all
Wonder-
gotta know.
No.
Connie Nielsen?
No. Not Connie Nielsen.
Not Connie Nielsen.
I don't think
What other
so.
woman are you talking about?
Is that who was in Gladiator?
The mom?
Yeah. Is that who I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
Connie Nielsen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. She was
And
also
then
in,
Paul Mescal was also in it.
Paul
and
Mescal.
Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn, yeah. Johnny Storm.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Anywho, Gladiator 2 is pretty, I mean, very similar to Gladiator 1 in the plot. Except for
Didn't we have this conversation last week?
we didn't see the movie last week.
Oh,
We saw it this
But-
week.
we said that you guys said that it was the same plot.
We said it would basically be the same movie, and it kind of, yes, was the same movie. Yes, essentially. Yeah. Same thing, slave. I mean, the guy gets bought to be a slave, to be a gladiator, fights in the arena, blah, blah, becomes the hero for the people, rise up against the ones that want to control. He wins. So, and come to find out, it's the son of Maximus.
We had no
Aurelius is-
idea.
And anyway, so Carlos, what'd you think of Gladiator 2?
I thought it was unnecessary. I think Ridley Scott tries to bank off just the shit that worked for him in the past. That's why he does a lot of alien stuff. I need Gladiator 2. 16 years later, totally not necessary. I didn't enjoy the movie. I mean, you'll enjoy it if you like action. It's got good action, but the movie was dumb. there was a particular scene where in the Colosseum, they filled the Colosseum with water so they could have a boat fight. And and within the water, there was sharks, man-eating sharks. And so in order to fill this, they would have to fill the dungeons underneath. So clearly everyone under there was drowned, but they weren't because they're all on a boat fighting the other guys, fighting the Roman soldiers. It was just so stupid.
That actually,
And
they
then-
think that actually happened. It was.
I was gonna say, I think that happened.
Well, they don't know for sure, but somebody.
How
wrote
did they get the
about
water
it.
there? And where did the water go
Why
afterwards?
are you always so bogged down by the details of stuff?
Somebody wrote
You
about
just
it.
told me it happened.
Yeah,
Somebody
I don't
And
know.
how
wrote
did
about
they
it.
get the
They
sharks
don't know.
there?
They
But
don't. They did bring in a bunch of wild animals.
did they have plumbers, like plumbing and stuff? Like,
They
could've
had a
figured it out.
version
They're
of
not
it,
dumb.
yes.
Indoor plumbing?
They
Yes.
had. They actually, that's true. Parts of Rome had what would be like the
They had
beginnings. of
Aqueducts.
but they weren't filling the
Aqueducts.
damn Colosseum with water.
Maybe they filled half of it.
Where are you going to find a freshwater shark?
All right, I'm going to give you an update. Okay, I'm going to give you an update. The Roman Colosseum was used for staged naval battles. Emperor Titus ordered the Colosseum to be flooded with water, and special flat-bottomed ships were used during the battle. The events replicated historical sea battles and was documented by the ancient Roman writers. So it wasn't like
Did
put
they
a-
have sharks?
Not like it's a ton of water. I guess you could imagine like maybe like 3 feet of water.
Flat bottom boats, they're not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like 3 feet of water. Just to have a reenactment. It's just used to reenact.
So you're saying in
things.
the movie it was like deep
Oh,
enough
in the
that
movie,
people are
it's like
drowning in it.
they had like
Oh,
a,
no, it was like 12, 16 feet deep.
oh yeah,
It was
yeah,
super
yeah,
deep.
and they had like a 20-foot boat on each side and full of soldiers
Yeah.
on each one, and they even had palm trees in the middle, like little islands,
Little islands.
and then they had like
It was so stupid.
the mako sharks everywhere, and I'm
Mako
like
sharks.
everywhere, and I'm like, okay, no, it's a movie. I'm not gonna say to take anything for historic fact, but
Based on true stories.
a little much, but again, it didn't bother me. I just thought it was silly. That's all. I was like, this is kind of
Well, what
goofy.
bothered me is that they soiled Maximus's good name. Because
Oh, they did.
absolutely, because
Bummer.
you saw the whole time he was trying to win his freedom so he can get back home to his wife and son. But now you're telling me that someone who loved his wife and son so much, even carried little figurines around with him, had an affair, and his son is the kid that was in Gladiator 1 or Gladiator. Now you're trying to tell me that, unless that happened prior to him getting married. And if that's the case, then why didn't she tell him it's your son? Why didn't she tell him? She didn't tell him at all. And then at the end of the movie, or within the movie, they show that when Communist died, she had to get rid of her son. She had to shoo him away or they're going to kill him. I'm like, why? Why would they kill him? It makes no sense. There is no
No,
other
that's-
heir to the throne.
That's
He's
but
the heir to the throne.
It's an emperor. It's not an heir to the throne. It's not a lineage. It's
Then what does it matter? What does it matter?
because it would be the question of he's going to try to rise up because he feels like it's his birthright. So you would get rid of him basically to get rid of future competition.
Who was he competing with?
Whoever the senators, whoever
The
who
twins
would
that were
be in
apparently
line.
the emperors now.
It's the twins. Yeah, the twins. Yeah.
I
But
didn't
who were
see the
they?
movie. I'm
There was
talking
not
about
enough
ancient
backstory
Rome
for me to even
entirely.
care about them being assholes.
We had no idea, but how they became into power. We had no
Carlos
clue.
needs things to
Yeah.
be as true and close to reality as possible in order for it to be believable.
No, it's not that
Okay?
part of the story.
This is what he's looking for.
It's that the emperors that were in charge were these twin brothers. We weren't twins, I don't think.
They weren't twins. They're just
Just brothers.
Did
They
Rome
didn't-
ever
they
have
didn't-
two emperors?
They didn't explain ever how they came into power, where they came from, whose kids are they? Like nothing. Nothing was ever explained. It's just like these two are in charge. Okay. And
Yeah, 'cause
they're
if that's the case,
yeah.
then they were obviously kids when they became into power. So what's the difference between that and the kid from the first one, from Gladiator?
yeah,
makes
no,
no sense.
exactly. Anyway, what did you think about the movie overall? Pretty-
Overall, I'd give it a 2.5.
2.5. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's that's about right. That's about right. It's not
I was-
necessary. It's here or there. It's
I want to
It
point
wasn't
something out.
necessary. It was stupid.
I want to point something out. You gave
Please do.
the substance or martyrs or something like that a -1, right? You've never given anything below a 0, but you gave some stupid ass movie Gladiator 2 2.5. I think that you guys just don't like the movies that I like. on purpose just because it's me.
Wait,
that
what
picks
movies?
them.
What movies are you talking
The
about?
Substance and
The Substance.
Martyrs.
Well, The Substance was pretty bad. I didn't see Martyrs. The Substance was pretty bad.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you think Gladiator is like 2.5, which that doesn't sound right the way that you guys are talking about
I think
it.
I give The Substance a 2.5. I think because the main chick was super hot. Like what? Like. She deserved 2 stars herself.
Substance
I'm
is
just
trash.
saying when I point it, when I
It was
choose
trash. It
movies,
was trash. Substance was
you
trash.
guys get all like, "Oh no, this is so bad. This is
It was
so
bad.
bad."
It
But
was
like
bad,
Gladiator
though.
2,
was bad.
Gladiator 2, the one
But
that's
Gladiator
unnecessary.
bad. Gladiator 2 it's not.
You think Deadpool should win an Oscar?
No, I
I'm
don't.
just saying.
Nobody said
Nobody
that.
does.
You did
Nobody
say
said
that,
that.
Lafayette, or not Lafayette, Carlson. I will never forget it.
Carlos
I
said
didn't
that.
say that. I
He did special
said
category.
there's no reason that sci-fi movies cannot win Oscars. That's what I said.
No, you said that this should win because you liked it a lot. Go back and listen.
I said they should win because they put asses in seats. That's why.
Long story short, I would 2.5 is a good score. Again, it's not great. It's just more of the same. We just literally saw more of the same. It literally was the same shit. The first one, he was the hero general that got banished, then got purchased as a slave to become a gladiator, and he rises up against the people that basically ruined his life and banished him and killed. And the reason why his family's dead. This thing is exactly the same. It's literally the same fucking story. This guy's parents also get killed by the general, and then he becomes a slave, and then he's rised up. And what's his number one thing? To kill the people that killed his family. It's the same story. That's the problem with the movie. It's nothing new. And then they throw the twist in. Oh yeah, you're Maximus' son all of a sudden. Oh really? What the like what? So it's just dumb. It's like Ridley Scott made the same movie for just people nowadays. That's all. When you can just go back and watch the original, which is great. That's all. You don't have to watch this new anyway.
And
Ridley
it's
Scott.
timeless. That's what I like about historical movies. Like you don't get caught up and be like, "Ooh, look at their hair. It's so 2000s." Like when you watch historical movies,
you know what,
don't know
though?
when the hell they're
Here's
set.
the problem I had when we watched it. I told Carlos we walked out. Denzel Washington literally walked off the set of American Gangster Training Day and went right into this role, and he's the same guy. And I'm like, why is he so hood? Why is he so gangster? I'm like, what the hell? I mean, he doesn't fit in at all. He seems like he took a time machine. He knew the history and said, I'm going to try to take over this bitch. Like they should have showed his DeLorean covered with like a tarp in the back of the,
Funny.
the Emperor's chambers and be like, oh shit, hope they don't find that. That's what it seemed like. Would have been great if like halfway through the fight, Marty McFly just kind of swept in like, whoa, hold on. Because that's what it came off like. Like, dude, you're so out of place. I'm going to now name you some Ridley Scott movies and you tell me if you've seen them or if you even like them. We're going to start from the latest, not including Gladiator. Napoleon.
Garbage.
Oh,
I watched parts of it. Meh.
okay. House of Gucci.
I liked
Garbage.
that one.
Okay. How about The Last Duel?
Never heard of it.
It's with
That's a
Ben
Ben
Affleck
Affleck one?
and Matt Damon. Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. How about this one actually is All the Money in the World, where they replace Kevin Spacey.
Never watched
I
it.
haven't
About the
seen that one.
kidnapping, Wahlberg? No? Okay. How about Alien Covenant? No? Okay. How
No.
about The Martian?
I think I have
Yeah, that
maybe
was
have
yeah,
seen
the
that
Matt
one.
Damon
Matt
one.
Damon?
That was good.
Mhm.
That's good.
Is that where he's the bad guy?
No.
Or is that the
No,
one, the
no,
other
no,
one?
stuck on
Matthew
Mars.
McConaughey.
Bad guys with Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
How about Exodus? Gods and Kings.
Oh, God, no.
That's
No.
garbage.
My mom loves that movie.
All right. How about The Counselor, starring Michael Fassbender and Javier
Oh, I love
Bardem
him.
and Brad Pitt? No,
I
nothing.
haven't seen
I
it.
think I saw it.
Okay. How about Prometheus, the
I
origin
liked
Another
it.
Michael
of Alien?
Fassbender.
I liked
that
it.
guy.
Garbage.
I did like Prometheus quite a bit. How about Robin Hood, starring Russell Crowe?
My mom likes that one too.
Garbage.
Okay. This one I did like a lot. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe as well. Body of Lies. No? Nobody?
I don't think I've seen that one. No.
Now, I told you earlier, Denzel Washington was in a movie which he reprises his role in Gladiator 2, and it's called American Gangster.
I
No?
think I have seen that with Russell Brand, not Russell Brand, Russell Crowe.
With Russell Crowe and about the blue magic. That's right. That's right. Also, the goddamn, this guy makes a lot of movies with Russell Crowe. It's like his fifth one. A Good Year. No? Anybody?
Nope.
No? It's about how they started the tire company? Nobody?
Nope.
Wait.
All right.
Oh, that's Jeremy Piven. Is that Jeremy Piven? Yeah.
How about All the Invisible Children? No?
No,
Never
but
heard
it
of it
sounds
either.
hella depressing. Don't want to see
All
it.
right. Okay. This one you guys probably all have heard of. Kingdom of Heaven.
No, never heard of it.
Heard of it. Never saw it.
No, really? Okay. All right. How about Matchstick Men?
I like
I think
that.
I have
was
seen
good.
that.
Yeah, I
That was
like
good.
that one.
Sam
No.
Rockwell.
Yeah.
Just about everybody likes this movie, the one I'm going to tell you next. Black Hawk Down.
Yeah. That's a great
That was
one.
good. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I saw that in the drive-ins.
I didn't know he directed this, but Hannibal.
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Not his
no?
fault. Shitty source material.
Okay. Of course, the next one is Gladiator, which everybody approves.
Great movie.
G.I. Jane, right before Gladiator.
Good movie. Good
I
movie.
saw it. I was too young to appreciate it.
Okay.
You still watch it?
White Squall with Jeff Bridges.
I remember that.
Okay.
It had like the teen dream cast. You should see all those guys. Ooh. 1996's hottest.
Yeah, Scott Wolf was the lead
Yep.
in that movie. 1492. Do you guys know that one? No.
Oh, the Columbus one.
It is the Columbus one. There you go.
I
Yes,
saw that,
right.
but again, very young.
How about Thelma and Louise?
Love it.
Good movie.
Black
You've never
Rain.
seen? Wait.
Black Rain. Good.
Oh, Marie, you need to watch Thelma and Louise.
Yeah, Black Rain is good. Thelma and Louise is a good movie. Okay.
Maybe.
It's a women power movie. It's fantastic.
I know it is, and they pick up Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Someone to Watch Over Me. No? Nothing?
Nope.
Okay. This one is a classic. It's more of a cult classic, I guess. Legend, starring Tom Cruise.
Never seen it.
You never seen Legend? Carlos
No,
knows
and
Legend.
I love a young Tom
I've only
Cruise.
seen it once.
Tim Curry, Tom Cruise. No? Okay. All right. He only has a couple more. Been through almost his whole entire catalog here.
The
I've
Aliens?
literally only
Where
heard
have
of
we
like
gotten
two of
the
these songs.
aliens?
We
two
got
songs
three
from
left.
Are they Aliens 1, 2, and 3?
Blade Runner.
Oh, I've
So
seen that. The
overrated.
original,
Yeah, they were.
Overrated.
Yep. And then Alien. Good call there.
which I
Laura.
still have not seen.
And his very first movie ever is called The Duelists,
Never heard of it.
about two dueling brothers.
Well, Alien is very good and another badass female.
Sigourney
So
Weaver.
those are all Ridley Scott movies. And his next
Sigourney
movie,
Weaver.
Sigourney
next-
Weaver.
his next movie is an Aliens movie. So there you go. Yay.
He didn't do Romulus.
He didn't know. Romulus was directed by the guys that made Evil Dead.
Oh, okay.
The good Evil Dead. Well, they're both. The last two are good, but the prior
The
one to this
originals.
latest one, yeah. No, not the originals. The person that did the remake.
That was Sam Raimi.
They did the remake of the originals. Those two brothers. I think they're Mexican or Spanish. They did Alien Romulus. That's why they try to say it's more like a horror movie, Alien Romulus. So. Never thought those movies were horrors. They put the alien movies in the horror category. I used to thought they're sci-fi movies. So I don't know. What
Yeah,
do I
they're
know?
gory. They have a lot of body horror and shit in them.
They're still sci-fi.
Yeah.
Aliens are involved. Sci-fi.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Okay, so there you go. And then I finished watching Arcane on Netflix. It was good. It was good. The ending, kind of, it was good. That's all I got. It was good. What else? Anybody else watch anything else?
When are we going to be able to watch Wicked?
I already saw Wicked. Ooh.
Well, I mean, like, you know,
The
in
rest of
not
us.
way that we do it.
Wicked is very good. It's very good.
That's not what I asked.
Very good. It's very
TBD,
good.
Marie. Calm down.
Dang. It's very good. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good movie. I don't know if you guys are fans of Wicked, but it's very good. And they filmed both of them back to back.
Film what?
So part 2 Wicked comes out the same day as this year, but just in 2025.
Oh,
So
there's two
November.
parts?
Yeah, the third part is Wizard of Oz. So I hope they redo that movie too. I'm
What?
hoping that they redo Wizard of Oz. Are you not
I'm
aware
surprised
Wicked
that
is a
nobody
prequel?
has made Wizard of Oz. I'm surprised that nobody's made it. Very surprised.
I
Okay,
think-
can we do one that we kind of top 5 movies that you think that why haven't they redone, but you're kind of glad that they haven't? Mine, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
We've
Like,
done that before.
oh,
Wait, top 5 movies that they haven't redone, but you're glad they haven't redone them?
That you kind of you'd want to see how they would do it now, but then you're afraid that they might ruin it.
Well, give me an example.
The Fifth Element.
Oh, don't
remake that.
It
don't
doesn't need a remake. That's
that.
the problem. It doesn't need a remake. I think there's some movies you're like, okay, I would like to see them redo this. Probably be like they're making The Running Man right now, and I'm like, ooh, I'm interested. And
That's
But
a good
that's
remake.
more book accurate, that one.
yeah. But still, I'm like, I'm interested because even though I enjoyed Arnold's, it was fun. I kind of want to see a new one.
Yeah.
Like The Wizard of Oz, I'd like them to remake it. I'd like to see. I mean, I love the original, but I'd like to see them do a remake of The Wizard of Oz.
I'm gonna guess they will. That's the thing.
Everyone
I'm gonna guess
redoes
they
it, but
will.
they like redo it with a twist. Like, no, just don't do the twist.
Well, this is why I think they're gonna remake Wizard of Oz because the ending of Wizard of Oz is tied to Wicked, and the fact that the Wicked Witch of the West doesn't actually die when she melts herself. She uses a spell to fake her death so she can run off with the Tin Man because
Why did you give
that's-
it away?
But that's not what happens in The Wizard of Oz. That's what happens at the end of Wicked. Not
Exactly.
the end of Wizard of
That's what I'm
Oz.
trying to explain to you. That's why they'll remake Wizard of Oz so they can tie the whole Wicked thing into it because Universal owns Wizard of Oz.
But you don't have to remake it if it already works. She faked her death. It's the same movie.
I still here's my question: is would you like to see it remade? I would. To be honest, I would. After seeing Wicked and how every set in Wicked there's no CGI in that movie. It's all hand. I mean, it's crazy. They built like a whole Emerald City. It's nuts.
See, that's what I would be worried about. Is like I don't necessarily want to see Wizard of Oz. It's going to be super CGI. But if nothing is CGI, that is cool as fuck. It's also a waste and consumerist for a set like that. But whatever.
You're a waste.
I'm
Anyway,
sure they reuse it.
Your mom.
wow, you came back with like a 7-year-old diss.
Have you ever done one of those studio tours in LA and they show you the prop houses? Oh my god, that's my favorite
Yeah.
part. I
Those are
love
the coolest
that.
things. Yeah.
So
Warner
much
Bros. Is
cool
part of the
shit.
best studio
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah, the Warner Brothers one.
I
is
still
cool.
remember.
And you see all these things that and they just reuse them over and over and over and over.
Oh
again.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I remember like going on the studio tour when they were filming The Grinch, and they actually stopped by the lot, and you can see Whoville, and I was like, that's so cool. I want to like walk in there right now. It's just the coolest stuff, like that type of shit, So if you have Peacock, you can watch the behind the scenes of Wicked, and they'll show you all the sets they made.
Fuck
And they built like a whole entire, they literally made the whole entire city of Oz. It's crazy. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, Wicked's cool. Check it out. But as for movies that you wish they
What about
would,
Titanic?
No.
Why would you remake
Why would you
Titanic, though?
remake
Why
it?
would
Why would
It's
you want to
perfect.
rewatch that?
I just.
Oh, come on.
so far you've given us 2 really shitty ones, and this is your topic.
No,
Damn
I
it.
just said Titanic. I don't know.
You don't know anything, apparently.
Don't remake
Well, like to
Anyway.
keep talking, remaking Back to the Future. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Remake
Actually,
movies that were kind of shitty but had a good premise. Those are the movies.
That's what they should do.
Inception.
Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you mentioned that before.
Would you say
It's a-
Inception right now?
Yes.
You can't
Fantastic.
remake those movies because they're stupid already.
Well, but they had a good premise. That's her whole point. They could make it
Inception
better.
was the Matthew McConaughey one, right?
No.
No.
Oh, was it
Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's.
No, my mistake. I'm thinking of that's the one. That's the Dream Within a Dream. What's the last one he made where it was like backwards and everything was a trip and you didn't understand a damn thing that was happening?
Memento.
No, not Memento. God damn it!
Super old.
It's the one with Robert Pattinson and Denzel's son. It came out like 3 years ago.
With the weird widget that they're looking for. That weird
Yeah,
thing that-
and like shit goes backwards, and you're like so confused the whole time. Like, what the fuck's this movie about? I remember walking out there going, "What the fuck just happened?" And didn't understand a goddamn thing. He was
I never saw it.
he was the protagonist and the antagonist, and at the end he was the bad guy and the good guy. It was so confusing, and I was like, "Fuck
Tenet.
this." There you go, Tenet. And I thought the whole time the movie was
Oh,
about
you guys hated that movie.
I thought the whole time the movie was gonna be about like a tenant, like a guy that lived in like an apartment building.
Somebody owes rent.
Yeah, exactly. And he's trying to figure out how to
Keeps
go back
calling
in
the
time.
landlord.
Yeah. Every time the landlord calls him, hey, it's the 5th. No, it's the 17th. You're actually calling me 2 weeks early. The landlord's like, wait, what? He was always confused. He thought he was late. I mean, early then late. Anyway. No Inception. That's a bad one. Everybody think of one movie that you'd like to remake that was bad. That you're like, this probably be good if they made it now. Good call on Back to the Future because they want to remake that, And Robert Zemeckis said, and only if it's a musical. That's what he told Universal. He was like, they were like, what? Yeah, I'd make it a musical this time. And
Okay, I got one. Joker 2.
All
Everyone's silent.
right. All
Everyone's
right.
silent.
All right. Well,
Shut up, you guys. Shut up. Shut up.
Yep.
Don't say anything.
I like how you are talking to yourself now. That's like what you
Are
want.
you?
You want to say that to yourself. Shut up, Marie. Don't say anything else.
Anyway,
Laura's literally thinking she's either thinking really hard or she's still on that bad dragon side. It's either or.
No, I'm looking for ideas
her
of
face is like,
movies.
oh, what are they thinking about?
No, movies to remake.
Come on, some that had a really good premise, and you're like, this is so stupid, though. Like they
don't
totally
know.
screwed this up. Like,
John Carter.
oh, so good though. It was like the book. If you read the book, oh, so good.
Oh, they could do another Shining, and
But
do
they
the
did-
actual story in the book, which they did not do.
But
in
did Doctor Sleep kind of help that movie out?
well, the Doctor Sleep did it really well, and
yeah,
but
yeah.
that was the continuation.
No, I know,
of
I know.
the book. If they would do basically a
Okay.
Doctor Sleep treatment for the original.
So we have The Shining on the board from Laura. All right. There we go. All right.
Apparently, John Carter is not on the board.
I think John Carter's a good one. I've never seen it, but I know it's like the most bombing movie ever.
Oh my God, I can't sometimes.
No, they said it's the biggest flop of all time.
Ugh, that's a good one. Never seen it. I'm pretty sure it'd be a good remake. What?
Oh my
Here's the-
God.
I'm telling you, I read the book. It was so good. It was pretty much spot on the book. I thought it was excellent. It just bombed because it was horribly marketed. Just completely shit.
Well,
So
there you go.
they spent more money on marketing the movie than making the movie, and it bombed. Like, so, but it's funny because you bring this up, and now I can't think of shit because I'm like, man, there's probably so many out there. Like,
I know. I keep thinking like, I know I like some shitty fucking movies.
I'll give you an example of movies they remade they shouldn't have made, like RoboCop. They shouldn't have never remade RoboCop. It was so bad when they remade it. They thought it was gonna be so cool because we have new CGI. It's gonna be so much better. No, it wasn't.
CGI kind of ruins things.
Just wasn't practical effects made RoboCop cool as shit. CGI RoboCop not so much. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't wasn't great. But anyway, so I don't know. There's probably a lot of sci-fi movies you can remake. Just think about it that way.
Does it have to be sci-fi? Can it just be like
Go ahead, give me
anything
one.
else?
Give me one. I'm waiting for you to give me one that's not like a
every
really...
biopic out there?
Oh, I just can't sometimes. I just fucking can't. I just...
Well, they always focus on like their drug use and then they get clean and like the rest of their life is so fucking happy.
Give me an
Like,
example. Give me a movie. Come on, just name a movie.
Fucking one, Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
But it's a good movie,
He
though.
wasn't a drug addict. He was
But-
a sex addict.
He was a sex
But
addict.
he was a drug addict too.
No.
But he didn't. He died of AIDS though. He didn't
He
die
like-
because he was a drug user.
He liked to
Yes,
drink.
huh?
No, he died
Yes,
of
huh?
AIDS. Not
Yes,
he didn't die
huh?
of
He died of
drug
AIDS.
No,
overdose.
but because he did all that stuff together. It was
No,
all.
That's not how. Do you think?
No,
Yeah.
I gotta
What is?
sneeze.
Do you think he got AIDS because he did a bunch of drugs together?
No! Oh my God. It's like you guys don't even listen to the shit that I say. He was doing all that together. I know he died of AIDS, but what I'm saying is he was doing it all together. They didn't show the part like the last few years of his life when he was really struggling, when he was in a lot of pain. They didn't show that part. Why do they show all the other stuff? And like all of a sudden he's got just happy. And Elton John too, like pretty much every biopic. Oh, Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is another one that they got hella high and their life, they were struggling and
My
then they
question
got
to you is
clean and
this.
life was great.
What do you want out of a biopic? Do you want the shitty part? Like,
Well, that's what they show. They want the shitty. They show the shitty part, but they don't ever show like when after they get happy and like what they did now and like the next 20 to 40 years after that.
Ask Elton. He's still alive.
Did you watch the Queen movie? Because they do show where the band gets back together and he apologizes to everyone and they, and yada yada yada, and then, he
And
passes.
then they do that huge concert and that's
yeah, then
it.
they do
That's
Life
the end of the
Aid,
movie.
and then he dies. Yeah, I mean, what more did you
He
want?
died
Yeah,
like
he died
10 or
right
15 years
after.
later.
Yeah, as soon as he walked off stage, he
Yeah, he
died.
died. He fell off the
Right there.
stage because I heard he fell off the stage and hit his head, and he was found in JonBenét's basement. So that's
With a broken paintbrush in his
the
ass.
broken paintbrush in his ass. Yes, and then Elton John carried him upstairs. Elton John carried him upstairs and said, "God damn it, we're on Titanic now."
Speaking of biopics, why are they doing all these biopics while these people are still alive?
Name 2 people.
Bob Dylan. That's right. And I just saw a trailer for
Elton
one.
John.
No,
Oh,
it's
no, I like that one. The Elton John one was good though. It wasn't
Never
it was
seen it. I've never seen
fuck, you suck at everything. Why do you speak? I don't know why it's taking you 15 years to finish school.
I haven't seen Johnny Cash, and I did see Queen though.
I don't believe you saw the Johnny Cash one, which was
I
very
did.
good. Which was very good. What? Oh wait, what was the one you just named? Oh, the Bob Dylan one looks good, but it's almost like they try to avoid saying it's Bob Dylan.
Well,
So-
you can tell it's Bob. That's
No,
right.
no,
they
no, no,
kinda-
no, no.
yeah.
We know. But
Oh,
I
and
don't-
then the other one is
Here's
the
my Bob
Robbie
Dylan.
Williams one coming out.
What about
soon.
Judy Garland?
Better
That
Man.
was kind of like that was.
oh,
kind
that
of-
was good. The Julie Garland one. The
Yeah.
Robbie Williams one, I don't understand. Do people care
Robbie
that
Williams, the guy
much
from
about
British?
Robbie Williams? Yes, the guy from British.
British.
Yes, the guy
British.
from British. Where are you from? I'm from British. British what? Columbia?
All from British.
Oh my God.
But you know what I'm talking about? The guy Robbie Williams. Like, is he
Yes,
that
we
popular
know.
that they can make a
Williams.
movie out of him?
Even
I
Pharrell
didn't-
Williams made one.
Pharrell made a movie that bombed horribly.
about
Yes.
himself.
But I'm just saying, it's a biopic.
I know it's a biopic. Why do we need it, Pharrell? Why?
I'm sure he
played-
thought it'd do really well if he did it in a Lego format and a bunch of kids would
I
go
think that's
see
what he
it.
thought. Well, you actually said that it would do well for that reason.
That's what I thought it would.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
genius
is
move.
everything
never
you're
be
saying
a
right
movie
now
executive.
True?
Everything
that?
we say is true, you dummy. We don't lie on this show. God damn. Well, you're the one that says
This is
things
where I
that
get
goes,
my news.
That's the bad part. And number 2, you're the one that goes, hey, remake that. Was it any good? I didn't see it.
Never saw it.
That happened one time. That happened one time.
You just said it. You did it twice.
John Carter.
And you said you didn't see Elton John. And then
Yeah, but I know what happens.
no, you don't know what happens in Elton John. Nice try. You don't know.
Oh
what
my
happens.
God. What about Trump? What about Trump? They didn't show the back half of that fucking story.
What are you talking about right now?
Okay, can we wrap it up? I gotta go.
Yeah, we have to wrap it up because she's fucking lost it. She's off the rails right now. Oh, anyway, Laura, did you come up with a movie that we can remake?
No.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I say remake The Crow for the 3rd time. Anyway, that's what we got. We got nothing else.
5th or 6th time.
It'd be like the 10th Crow movie. Yeah, it's all fucking stupid. It's all the same shit. Who cares? All right. Well, Marie, thanks for coming on. Fucking A.
You're welcome.
Why did the gym have to be closed?
I know. God.
Anyway, it's all good. That's our show. One. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully your Thanksgiving was phenomenal. We made it a little bit better or made it worse. Who knows? If anything, gather the family around, put your phone on the table and go, hey, listen to this. Put it on speaker. And just enjoy.
Don't do that.
Just enjoy. Well, don't do that
Don't
because
do that.
I mean, it might be better than talking about politics. I'm just saying.
no, well, because what happened at the end of the first half of the show, we don't necessarily want you to share that with your family.
No, you should definitely go to bad-.
No, they should not. Nobody should.
Hey,
stop
Graham, want to
that.
see something?
Nothing. Nothing. Next week, Marie needs something else to talk about.
For all the LARPers in your life. And
Oh my God, LARPers. Oh my God.
They're freaks.
How do you know? We don't want to know. We don't want to know. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the show. This is Nurse Talking the Podcast for Laura,
Goodbye.
for Marie,
Bye.
for Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Lafayette. We'll catch you next time on Nurse Talking the Podcast.